Good afternoon, everyone. Wrapping up qualifying ahead of the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500. Alex Palou already getting his photo taken, first of many. He'll join us here perhaps a little bit later here. Early this evening, David Malukas is on his way as well as we wrap up the front row starters for next Sunday's race. Alexander Rossi has already joined us. He's in the number 20 Java House Chevrolet for ECR with his best starting position in what is his 11th Indianapolis 500 start. Second front row start in the 500, best starting position of this 2026 NTT INDYCAR Series season. Alex, your thought? It was pretty close, man. It was fun to watch. I'm sure the anxiety was maybe a little different for you, but it was a pretty good show.
No, I think it was an incredible day for everyone after the disappointment, obviously, of the washout yesterday, and seeing conditions that we hadn't seen all month for the first time in qualifying is pretty wild, but a huge testament to everyone on the 20 crew for staying with it and continuing to evolve and improve after each run. It's no small feat around here. So a great day. You know, it's not often that you're happy with second place, but with some of the challenges that everyone faced, this is a pretty cool one.
Yeah. Congratulations. All right, open up for questions. Zach's got a mic. Madeline's got a microphone. Let's start here with Joey, and we'll work around with that. Zion, I got you.
Hey, Alex. How busy was it in the cockpit today? Because a lot of you guys look like y'all were doing a lot there.
Yeah, I mean, it's on days like this with the wind being as strong as it is, you know, both ends of the track behave differently, and you know, with the hybrid, there's different options that you have from a strategy standpoint during the run based on those conditions, and it's always changing. So you got to kind of manage that and stay on top of the balance of the car. But yeah, like I said, it's been an amazing car from a drivability standpoint and a speed standpoint all month. I would say today was our least competitive day from my side. So that's really encouraging going into next week.
And just how big of a momentum shift is this for you going into next weekend?
I don't know that it is. I think it's obviously great to be able to start pretty far forward here, as we all know. It's challenging.
Good shot, man.
What's up, dude? It's challenging. TikTok guy over here. It's
No, I don't know TikTok. Is that my side or
wherever you want,
Alex,
wherever your little heart desires.
Yeah.
Big heart. Anyways, what was I saying? I don't know. He was sick?
Yeah, I got the sniffles.
Oh, what I was saying is it's really hard to be in a big pack here. So to be in the front group will really make your race day easier and allow you to be a little bit more aggressive on strategy.
David Malukas in the number 12 Verizon Team Penske Chevrolet with his best start in the Indianapolis 500, first front row start. I believe it's Team Penske's 50th front row start all told. If somebody told you at this morning you wake up, you're going to start in the front row, what would you say? Happy with that?
Yeah, very happy. I mean, that was the goal. We wanted to be on this front row. To be honest, in this race, everybody always says you could pretty much get it. You could get the win from wherever you start. I mean, last year we qualified 7th, and I mean we were fighting for the win very early on throughout the rest of the race. So, but it feels good. This team did a fantastic job getting the car where it needed to be and making me feel comfortable in it. So, yeah, it feels good, front row.
Congratulations. All right, Zion, you got the microphone. Go ahead.
Yeah, Alex, you talked the other day just about how you wanted to get all those laps in that you did throughout the week because of the changing weather. Still, this weather was different than probably anything you did this week, but how do you feel like that maybe helped you?
It just gave us a bigger database, if you will, to kind of draw from. That being said, today was still pretty substantially different than anything we experienced leading up to it, so we were still learning on the fly a little bit, but it definitely was a benefit just in terms of my comfort in various conditions and knowing what the car was capable of.
And just for both of you, was there maybe an extra stress with how long today was and knowing you only had that one attempt to start today, or was it maybe different with no bumping? Just how did you kind of approach the day from beginning to end?
I think certainly the most stressful part of the day for me, at least, was the first run, just because you didn't have that security blanket of being able to go again. Usually in qualifying here, if you get a poor draw or a not a very good draw, you can you can bounce back from it because you've got hours to go out and make changes and improvements. So it demanded, very good execution from the team side and my side in order to ensure the transfer into the top 12. And then, quite honestly, it was downhill from there.
Retweet.
Oh, sorry.
Hell yeah.
Retweet.
David, I guess the perception is probably that you were hired at Penske for what you can do on ovals. And so to come to the only oval that Roger really cares about and carry the Penske banner for the day, how does that feel?
I mean, it feels amazing. For me, coming in Team Penske, and now I hear it's the 50th front row start, and it's cool to have that 50th under my name. There was a lot of pressure going into preseason, just even for this race, but also all the races, and it's just been an incredible start. And I'm just so thankful, so grateful, and every single day I show up to the track, I'm a little bit more confident, a little bit more happy to be here and be a part of this Team Penske family.
Let's go Bob, and then Dan after that. Bob.
For Alex, you start the week with an engine change. Has it been emotional, like roller coaster at all, from knowing, gosh, what am I going to have, to now starting where you're starting?
Not really. Team Chevy does an incredible job, and they've got plenty of can we say bullets in 2026? I said it. So they've got plenty of opportunities in terms of the motors they bring to this place, and it's obviously of huge importance to them to be successful here. And so it wasn't any sort of stress for me. Obviously, it was unfortunate that the 20-car guys had to basically split the car twice, from Saturday at the GP and then again on Wednesday night. But they were up to the task, and yeah, it was drama-free from my side.
And speaking of drama-free, there's been 5 days of on-track activity, and nobody's crashed. Do you know why?
We're just that good.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I think it's I don't know. I didn't even think about that until just now.
I think just we're that good. I like that.
Hell yeah.
Just finish it there.
It's no easier. I can promise you that. That was one of the harder qualifying days I've had around here. So.
Yeah, that was tough.
Dan.
Scary.
Alex, you had a fairly mixed run in the Fast 12, but we saw you get a lot more pace when you came into the Fast 6. So kind of what was the balance between conditions being different, the adjustments you made? Just how were you able to find that speed when we got into the Fast 6?
Just understanding more. Every run around here, you learn something new, and it's never the same just because the margins are so small. So you start compiling the information, and you can kind of see what others are doing, and based on what you have, you can work to optimize it and maximize it, and that's what we were able to do today.
We got time for a handful more. Go ahead, Mark.
Davey, can you speak to how this season's been going for you? You were brought here for more than your oval capabilities. You've been the top driver home for Penske at more than half the races. Now you're performing here as well, but you're delivering everywhere you go. How does that feel in such a short amount of time?
Feels really good. For me, like I said earlier, it's a lot of pressure off season, but with this team, the amount of resources that I have, and this leadership, coming from JD and Dave Faustino, James Schnabel, Fernando, Mustafa, it's the best crew I've had, and I've been on a fair share of teams, especially since 2024 from the wrist injury, and coming in now, this is the best team I've had, and the chemistry's so high. Everybody's having such a good time, but we're also all very competitive. And when you have a whole crew pushing 110%, and I get to be the spoiled one. I get to go and sleep and get a full night's rest when those guys are working their butts off, and I see the notes app is getting updated at 1 a.m. in the morning. It feels good. I get to come back and I have all these notes, all this information to feed off of that. By the time practice, qualifying, or the race comes in, I'm a lot more calm. There's no sense to overthink since I have all the information I need in front of me.
And Alexander, can you speak to what I think of as kind of the Ted Gelov effect of, since his introduction to the team, everything seems to be on the rise. You sitting here is evidence of that, but it's been a pretty big change maker here.
Oh, 100%. I think that the potential of this organization is borderline limitless, and it's really cool to be a part of. This year has been a little bit has fallen to meet expectations in some areas and exceeded in others. But internally, we're performing at a much higher level and doing a better job than we were last year even. And the competitiveness, as David mentioned, of the organization, you know, last year, if you got into the top 12 or, you know, finished a race in the top 10, it was kind of like a good day. And so far this year, if that's the case, people are pissed off. And that's the mindset and mentality you have to have in this championship. And what we're going to continue to keep as we improve and hopefully one day can consistently be a part of these conversations.
Okay, we'll do 3 more before we wrap up with these two. Harvey, Ben, and then Joey after that. Go ahead, Harvey.
Great, thank you. Alex, you won this race a few years ago. This feels like a real high point coming back up. What would it mean to you to reach the top step of the podium next week?
I don't know if there's enough adjectives to really describe it. You know, I think the first time, it's kind that you said it was a few years ago. It's a decade. What were you doing 10 years ago?
How old was I? I was 14.
That's older than I thought. Thank goodness. I thought you were going to say I was 8. It would mean the world to me, just because I didn't understand the heartbreak of this place. I didn't understand the magnitude of what this track means to not only the teams and drivers, but the people that come here every single year, the generations of families that turn up and support us, rain or shine. It transcends any other place that we go, and it would be pretty magical if it chose me again.
Right. Thank you.
Let's go Ben, and then wrap up with Joey after that. Go ahead, Ben.
Hey guys, for either of you, what was it like having the different kind of weather in terms of the wind going through turn 1, 2, 3, and 4?
It was tough. It was tough. It was brutal. I mean, you come out of turn 4 and you get the headwind, and all of a sudden it's pushing the front nose down, cars all over the place. Then you try to come out of turn 2, and it just feels good, and all of a sudden you lose all front. Now it feels like you're going into the wall. So, no, it was really hard, and you have to be so busy on the tools, and you have this hybrid strategy. That was, for sure, for me, toughest qualifying that I can remember in a while.
For yourself, Alex?
Yeah, I don't know that I can add much to that.
Just say retweet.
I was going to quote tweet it, bro.
Oh,
I think the challenge of it is really, I don't think people understand how much harder it gets from 105-degree track temp to 120. Like, those 15 degrees are insane.
Joey, wrap us up. Right behind you, Ben. Thanks.
You're definitely not getting a gold card now.
For both of you guys, the margins are so tight. Is there anything like that y'all left out there, maybe just even incrementally?
There's always something. Even that guy behind me can probably say the same thing. So we'll learn from it and try and apply it to the next time we're here.
Retweet?
Retweet. Yeah, there's more there.
Guys, congratulations on the front row. And with that, Alex Palou joins us, of course, in the famous number 10 DHL Chip Ganassi Racing Honda, who is now a 2-time Indy 500 pole winner. First one, of course, coming just 3 years ago in 2023. Third NTT P1 award of the season. 15th career pole. Fourth all-time pole on an oval, as Chip Ganassi Racing also celebrates their 9th Indy 500 pole as well. So off of Alex's question, did you have even more in the car out there?
There's always more. In racing, there's always more. But I think we put everything that we thought we had. Once you prove it, then you could try and go for more. I don't know if we would have gone faster if there was like another fast 6. But we went very, very aggressive to try and get the pole.
You surprised by this? Please.
Very.
What really? You're surprised?
Yeah, very surprised.
Why?
We did not have the speed. Like, even on Fast Friday, we did tries and tries and tries to try and get more speed. It was okay. Like, we were, I think, top 5, top 6. But then there was cars like Felix that just had a huge advantage on everyone. And this morning, even more. Like, we barely made it into a Fast 12. But I think that kind of helped us. Just struggling a little bit on those conditions kind of made us work a lot and made us put our car for those conditions instead of this morning, which I believe they were better. And the car on Fast 6 was incredible.
Open it up for questions. Let's start with Jenna here in the front row. Madeline, we'll work around after that. Zion.
Alex, do you think that maybe starting 31st or drawing 31st helped you because it kind of kept you off the radar and let you slide through all the way until you had that big last round?
I think my wife helped me. She drew the number. She was very worried when she had that number. But yes, I think that kind of allowed us to work on those conditions. Like, it made it tougher. Like, getting into a fast 12, we didn't have any margin. And we did everything. Like, that was our ultimate pace at that moment. But obviously, I think the track conditions were like 15 degrees warmer than when all these guys had gone, because I think everybody was on like the top 12. So it made us work on those conditions. And they were a lot more similar in Fast 6. So for us, qualifying just got better and faster, and I think for everybody else just got slower and greasier. Like, we saw a lot more mistakes or just people not being able to be flat out. So yeah.
Zion?
Alex, I wanted to follow up on that. What was maybe like the whirlwind of emotions and kind of the strategy from you guys from Friday night when you draw 31st, and at the time maybe that looks like a bad thing, and then it was like, if you could go out there yesterday, that might be a good thing, and then it comes into today?
Yeah, I mean, you cannot do anything about it. Like, a draw is the same for everyone. We were a bit unlucky. We were close to being lucky if we would have qualified yesterday. But still, it's the same for everyone. I'm just glad that we still had a good car that allowed us to make it into the fast 12, which was the biggest target today, just to try and get on those first rows for the start. But we did not expect to be here on pole today. So I wanted to, and heading into a Fast 6, I was like, okay, it's going to be a close fight between the 60 and us and the 12. But the emotion was probably a lot higher because we did not expect it at all.
And I'm sure you've thought about this for a while now, but now that you've won the pole, we're a week away from the race. How does the maybe excitement in your head go when you're thinking about, okay, I really have a shot to do this again?
Yeah, I think pole is huge. The emotion, the momentum, and everything that comes with it, it's incredible. But it's totally different to the race. Like, that doesn't guarantee us to having an easier race. It guarantees us to have the best view heading into the first corner, but that's about it. We need to work hard to try and keep ourselves up there and be up the front when it matters. But I think the race, it's going to be a totally different scenario to what we saw today.
Let's go Wyatt and then Bruce after that. Hang on.
Alex, I'm not sure when was the last time someone who won the Indy 500 the previous year won the pole in consecutive years, but how awesome does it feel to get that first or that second pole for you today?
It's tough to explain because it's not a race. It's only a pole, but it just feels like a race. Like, we've been working on the qualifying lap, on the qualifying car. I mean, I spent all Thursday working on it until I got the checkered, and I think that paid off. But like, it just, the intensity and everybody's attention is on qualifying only, so we treat it and we celebrate it as a race win. Again, that doesn't guarantee us to be up front throughout the race next week, but still is the best starting spot.
And you transcend yourself to the best of the best when it comes to these moments, time and time again. What helps you focus and make you one of the best in IndyCar, especially in this era?
The team and the people I have around me, honestly, they allow me just to focus on myself without worrying about the car. I told Julian, Barry, my engineers, what I needed. I said, hey, this is what I feel, and just do your thing. Like, I don't want to get involved on the decisions to what we do in the car, and they just did some stuff that made it a lot faster. Thank you.
We got time for a handful more. Bruce, and then we'll go to Archie after that. Bruce?
Was it a matter that you found more speed in that last round, or that Felix, maybe his car may have gone slightly off?
We found more speed. Yeah, we changed a lot of stuff in the car to find more speed. Like we knew, like we basically trim a lot. I know that by far we're the most trimmed car out there in the Fast Six. So we were going for it. Last year we did the same. In Fast Six we trimmed and we just went slow every lap, and we just qualified sixth. But today it paid off. On top of that, I think he went a bit slower. I don't know what happened, but obviously everybody saw that he was the only car being able to be that fast with the conditions we had in qualifying and Fast 12. And I don't know what happened now in Fast 6.
But with him yet to go, were you feeling confident or nervous?
Nervous, very nervous. I knew we did a great average. I don't know what the average was, but I think it was still better the one he did in Fast 12, right? So, yeah, I was expecting him to also pick up some speed as we did and go faster.
Archie.
Alex, you've now obviously had a week back here in practice qualifying as a 500 winner. So how different has this week felt coming back as a winner, whether that's kind of a weight lifted or the appreciation you have for the race or appreciation you're getting from the fans? How different has it felt this week?
I think especially it's the fans. Just it gets a lot busier, and I have to plan when I move from the garage to pit lane a little bit more. But it's super fun. It's incredible. It's incredible to see so many young people, so many fans that have been here for more than 50 years straight, and just I don't know, but it seemed like it was the biggest attendance I saw here in qualifying. So it's incredible to see. It's incredible to feel as a champion. Other than that, it doesn't change. Like just winning last year doesn't mean anything this year.
And you obviously say you didn't expect to get this pole, maybe struggling a little bit more kind of going into this weekend. So can you pinpoint maybe where some of those challenges were coming into the weekend, and ultimately kind of some of the changes you made to be in this position now?
It's basically just speed and balance. Normally when you go out and you have a speed and you're slow, you try and trim and you try and make it faster, but then the balance goes away. So you need those two lines to merge in order to have a really good car capable of fighting for pole. So we were not able to merge those lines throughout Thursday and Friday. Not even in Fast 12. I was happy, but I was not like overly happy. But yeah, in Fast 6, that car was a rocket ship.
We got time for two more before we wrap up. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Excuse me, but I'm going to do one in Spanish.
Español? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Un poquito de portuñol, pero vamos a comprender.
Está bien.
¿Tenías este coche para la pole position desde el principio o tuve que trabajar todo tiempo hasta llegar a este momento del final?
No, tuvimos que trabajar un montón. De hecho, no es el mismo coche que el viernes, ni tampoco que esta mañana. Lo hemos cambiado muchísimo, simplemente para intentar buscar un mejor balance y más velocidad. Así que sí, hemos trabajado mucho en él.
¿Y fue una sorpresa ahora al final contra Félix, que tenía tanta velocidad desde el principio?
Sí, muchísima. Igual que todos vosotros, me imagino que esperabais entrevistar a Félix. Creo que hoy tenía durante todo el día más velocidad que nosotros. Al final lo hemos, digamos, pillado un poco en velocidad, nos hemos acercado un poco, pero creo que él también a lo mejor ha perdido un poco en Fast 6. Así que increíble poder estar aquí ahora.
Muchas gracias.
A ti.
And then right in front of you, hand the microphone to Harvey.
Right.
Thanks, sir.
Hey, Alex, after the 33 qualifying, you said we had a lot to find. You left it all out there, and you were going to go right back and talk to your team and figure it out. And then I followed you, and you signed autographs for the fans for 3.5 minutes before heading back to your pit. Talk about walking down that line and what those fans mean to you.
Yeah, I mean, I was a fan not long ago. I'm still a fan. Like I was one of them. So especially the kids, when there's kids waiting for a signature, I cannot say no. So yeah, it's my job. Thank you.
Well, congratulations on another pole here for the Indy 500. The good news is you get to wake up early for a photo
Great.
tomorrow
What
morning.
time?
We'll get to that later.
My favorite.
And then practice, of course, another practice set for 1 to 3 tomorrow afternoon.